Hola! Today, I have a project in mind. So I got these beautiful sleeves of Ultra Ball off Amazon from Ultra Pro, sized especially for Pokemon cards, though most of their regular sizes work. I have a Lost Thunder guide that says what I don't have and what I do have. I'm not going to mark it off right now because it takes too much time, but we can have a look. As you can see, there are a few commons that I'm missing. I mentioned the 2 in the previous one. I'm also missing a Alolan Diglett. Who else am I missing? Pachirisu. See? That's how Dawn's Pachirisu sounds. So, what my plan here is to open my first ever build in battle, Lost Thunder deck here. I've never done one of these because I've never been to a promotional event, although I'd like to at some point in the future. But now they've started selling these in regular stores. Pick this up at Target. So I've got that. And based on what I get in here, I'm going to decide what kind of deck I want to make. Now my deck making skills are pretty bad, or at least not that great right now. I started to make a deck also in the Pikachu and Eevee Pokeball here, because it has deck space. I'm going to make a fire type deck. I got some goodies from Dragon Majesty. I'm going to put this in there because I'm a weirdo. Like I said, I don't have skills, but I'm working on building that up too. I just like that Spearow's move is peck bugs, and I feel like that could be useful at the beginning. I make most of my decks to specifically because I don't have the money to really make a good competitive deck. So most of them I want to kind of play with like one of these promo decks. So I make a bunch of personal decks, and the idea is someday I may meet someone who likes to play Pokemon, and we can put, all the decks I've made that are not that great, but at least they're all about the same skill-wise. We can play my own decks against my own decks. So if I have a friend who wants to pick a random deck and I pick a random deck, we'll see how they do against each other. That way I don't have to make really fancy decks, but, finding someone who wants to play in person is more difficult. It's easier to make them and play online. There we go. But if you want to play with me online, I don't know necessarily go on that often, but my name is Cheney LB520. I'll put it on the screen so you can find me if you ever want to try. All right, we got everything's so nicely packaged. We got the card sleeves. And of course, anything that I don't have, I'm going to put in the binder. So it's just whatever extra cards are left over that we'll use to choose what kind of deck we make. What will be the most convenient deck? All right, I like to put them in top down. I wanted to get special card sleeves for the deck that I would store in here. Most of my decks I store in the deck boxes that come with the Elite Trainer box. So, just in case you wondered. Here is a little mini poster thing. Building tips. Ooh, I'll have to read that. We're not going to make the whole deck today, but I'll get some idea. All right, so it comes with a special promo. Ooh, it's a Giratina Holo. Lost Thunder promo. All right. Code card for me. I'll share some of the ones from the booster packs. All right. So, I'm going to set that aside. All right. What comes in these babies? Very pretty Giratina. Sightseer, How, Puppycat, Nest Ball, Mixed Herbs, Poipole, ooh, and a Ganadel. The new 2 that I've been wanting. I don't think I've pulled either of those yet. It's like a starter deck, which I thought, and I don't know if I've pulled Underground Expedition or not yet. We'll have to look through in just a moment, but first let's see what's in here. Ooh, I don't have a Leaf Fairy charm yet. Jigglypuff, 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 Wigglytuff, Wigglytuff. Cool. So it looks like they're trying to get us to start a Psychic Fairy deck. Now, I do make some decks that are multiple types, but I also try to make single type decks too because I read that those are better and easier to run. But we'll see what we get in the booster packs, and then we'll make some decisions. All right, booster pack number 1. There is a Yamask. Here is code for you guys. You can see all the scraps accumulating over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got fairy energy. It's a sign. Maybe we should make a fairy deck. We'll put you right here. All right. Vespiquen, Mina, Alolan Doug Trio, Yamask. Stick the Mina over here. Very good for fairy decks. Stunfisk. I like Stunfisk. When I was a little kid, I think it's based on the stonefish that they hide in the mud and they're kind of flat, but they're, I mean, some people might call them ugly looking, like people do about stonefish, but I think they're cute. Also, there was a book when I was a kid about a fish that had a stonefish in it, and how it camouflages itself in the sand, and I have always loved stonefish, and thus Stunfisk. Chico! I just pulled this. I didn't have this guy either. I like his little belly. He's so cute. Ooh, White Curum Reverse. That's, I'm pretty sure, is new. And a Lantern Regular Rare, which I don't have yet either. All right. Nice. Next. Okay. I'm not sharing this one. I'm going to share every other one. All right, come on, Prism Stars. Lost Thunder is my jam. And our energy type is Lightning. We've got Electabuzz. Ooh, I don't have him. Spell Tag. Cascoon. I don't think I have Cascoon yet. I'm not positive. Onyx. Spinarak. Poplio. Morlo. Dancy. I wonder if that would be good in a fairy deck. Sympathetic Slap. Heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. That's kind of cool. We'll set you there. You're cool. Ooh, Chico! Reverse, which is new, I think. And Alolan Persian, which I do already have. All right. Hopefully we can get something epic. Okay. This one I'll share with you. Again, just a white code card. Maybe we'll get a Prism Star, though. Grass Energy. Shuckle. Spell Tag. Memory Energy. A Pokemon's card's attached to can use any attack from its previous evolutions. Oh, that's neat. I'm gonna put one of those in my deck. Possibly. Get over there. Okay. Chico. Batirisu. It's a cute Hoppip. Carbink. Blitzel, Pinsir, Reverse, and an Electivire, which I think I already have. All right, one pack left. Come on, white code card, or at least a Prism Star card. Come on. Come on, say PCGO. It says redeem. Dang it, I've been waiting so long to open these babies too. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Where's my brain? Okay. Fighting Energy. Lost Blender. Silcoon. Incidentally, I really like the scenery on this Silcoon in the sun. Look, it's so cute. Kahili. Blitzel. Onyx. Spinarak. Poplio. Morlo. Reverse Larvitar. This is my cute little Larvitar. He's all curled up. I love him. And a Shedinja. Nice. I don't know if I have you yet either. All right. So I'll have to look and see what I have and what I don't have in my book later. But here's all the extras that we've got. Now, this, of course, being a Giratina that I don't have yet, the promo, I'm going to keep that. So I think the best thing to do is to just make a fairy deck and not a psychic deck. So we'll pull out Poipole, Natu, Zatu, Zatu. Sorry about that, guys. Someone called me, so I had to restart. But this way I had time to get a little organized and show you where I'm at now in the deck planning process. So step 2 here. Here's the stuff that came in my booster box. in my booster packs from the Lost Thunder opening, as well as in the pack that it came with me that were not new that I want to keep for my deck. So I got all these guys for different types of draw power. I got this guy's for fairy. This is just a item, but these two for the fairy concept. I'll be defensive against psychic if I need to be. 2 energies. I've got a memory energy, and I'll have to find a bunch of more fairy energy. This is the only one that I got in the group, but I'll need more. The nest balls, probably get some other balls, other Pokemon gaining power. And then for the Pokemon, I am going to keep the Chansey in there. I got a couple more of those, so I'll probably use those to try to find a Shinotic somewhere. And I kept the Jigglypuff Wigglytuff line, except I got rid of one of the Jigglypuffs because I read that you're not supposed to pyramid it. So you should have the exact same numbers of the basic as you have of the stage 1 or stage 2 as well if you're doing multiple lines, because usually when they repackage stuff they give you they just give you this pyramid thing where they like more of the weak one and less of the evolved one, which really doesn't make sense when you think about it. When I finally read that, I was like, you're right, that doesn't make sense. So these are the cards I'm going to start with, but then I'm going to also find other cards and supplement it and see what kind of deck we're making. So I will catch up with you guys as I sleeve these up, find some supplementary cards for my rest of my collection, and see what kind of a fairy deck we can create. Started off from this build and battle set here. Of course, it's not like I was playing at a real... Well, I don't know if they let you use previous cards in a new tournament or not. I've never been to one of these premier events. And I'm babbling a little bit, so... Most of the cards are from Lost Thunder. A couple of the cards here are from other sets, like the Underground Expedition is from Crimson... Not Crimson Invasion, Celestial Storm, the other C one. And then I was like, maybe I should have made a Thunder deck because it's Thunder, but... They're still from the Lost Thunder set, and I didn't get, the Fates did not give me thundery stuff, so I wanted to use some of the base deck they gave me as well. So I will return, and you'll see what I do next with this deck. Be right back. Right, so days have passed, but I finally want to show you what I did with these decks. So here's the Lost Thunder one. We'll look at that in a minute. I wanted to make a comment about the other one I told you about that I was making, the Fire deck. I wanted to use my Charizard from... I think I have a second one somewhere, or I will at some point, because it's so easy to pull the hollows in Dragon Majesty. But I wanted to make a Fire deck from Dragon Majesty with a couple other critters. You can just glance at that one. That wasn't really the focus of the thing, but... This thing that's supposed to hold a deck, look, it's too wide to hold like just a deck of 60 cards. But if you put them in sleeves, it doesn't want to close and it kind of squishes it. It's like it doesn't fit them right, which is really disappointing. It says it's supposed to hold the deck. I mean, it's so wide, you'd think it's meant to hold a deck that is already sleeved. But once I sleeve it, maybe it would only hold them if they were like thin sleeves, like without a background. But I wanted these sleeves because they matched, I don't want to smoosh them, but look, they're already getting kind of curled at the edges because of the fact that I keep trying to close this and it won't close. Like the top is kind of thinner than the bottom. I don't know. Has anybody else had any issues with this? Oh well. So here's what I did with the fairy deck. It's not 100% complete, but it's very close. And I think it's pretty good for a novice who doesn't know anything about building decks. So I've got something like 18 fairy energies, 2 memory energies, and I want to get another double colorless energy. I've got the fairy charms, 2 of them. And I think I might want to add the new one from the Team Up collection that's for Ultra Beasts as well. We'll see. And then I have a bunch of trainer cards. I might have gone a little overboard, but I've got draw power and energy stuff and the way to mess up your opponents, and I went a little overboard, but that's okay. And as far as the Pokemon are concerned, I have the Chansey. I have 2 Eevees, one from 2 different sets, Ultra Prism and Lost Thunder. What I'd like to do is find 2 Sylveons to have them evolve into. I've got 2 different cutie flies and ribombies. I've got a snubble and a granbull. I've got 2 different morels. I ended up getting one from Burning Shadows instead of having 2 from Lost Thunder, so I have 1 of each. Just gives me a little bit more variety. I need to find 1 more Shiinotic in Lost Thunder so I can complete that. I have 2 Jigglypuffs and 2 Wigglytuffs. I have the beautiful Xerneas Prism Star because I got 2 of these guys. And those Sylveons and or that beast thing, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might have to trade a trainer if I want to get the beast and the Sylveons, or not do a second double colorless energy. But I think, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. I might try remaking it and see how it actually does in the TCG Online, because I don't know when I'll meet an actual human being to play against. But yeah, so there's my fairy deck. It's going to keep in this Lost Thunder thing, which luckily actually does hold the deck. And that is where I am at deck making right now. I'm not the greatest, like I said, but I'm learning. I'm working on it. All right, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too boring, and later, Gators.